Rome's heritage of monuments and relics, museums, buildings and galleries draws millions of tourists from all parts of the globe. They're awed by the elegance, the majesty and romance of her avenues and squares. The very stones seem steeped in the glory of an epic age. Visitors are happy to stroll in the sun and soak up the city's culture. But many of those passing through just tread the well-worn guidebook paths and never see the other face of Rome, the one her people have to live with. The city's fame is rooted in her past, but the sad fact is that contemporary Rome has more cause for shame than glory. For many of today's Romans, life's worse now than it was 2,000 years ago. You can't miss one of Rome's troubles, traffic. The problem's symptomatic of the general disease, an ancient city unable to come to terms with a modern way of life. The car density here is comparable with Manhattan, though the streets aren't exactly the size of Madison Avenue. It's no wonder this is Italy's noisiest city, as well as one of its most polluted. The carbon monoxide rating is 6 times higher than the recommended safety limit. Swarms of Fiats pour pollution heedlessly over tourist treasures, clogging streets built 500 years ago for nothing more demanding than the occasional carriage. But the traffic chaos isn't always suffered in silence. It's a constant source of controversy that's led to frequent demonstrations. Hundreds of ecology-conscious students took to bicycles to make their protest on this occasion in 1972. They were out to prove that citizens could get around just as well without cars and avoid the pollution menace at the same time. They demanded wider use of public transport and urged the authorities to speed up a plan to make central Rome traffic-free. Experiments have been tried with car-free zones, but they've tended only to divert motorists onto other overcrowded routes. Romans who do persevere and drive in the city face enormous parking problems. There isn't enough space for traffic on the move, let alone for cars that take up room standing idle. There are nearly 750,000 cars registered in Rome, and many are used daily for routine journeys within the capital. Every year, the car ownership figures increase by another 100,000. Car parks in Rome just can't cope.